Tonight, the drowning of 3 migrants, a woman and 2 children, escalating tensions between the White House and the state of Texas. The White House says Texas officials in Eagle Pass prevented Border Patrol agents from providing emergency assistance to the migrants by blocking agents' access to a city park with a boat ramp. The state had recently taken control of the park earlier this week.
I'd like to tell you what's going on here. As you can see, there's a gate here at Shelby Park. If you come down here, then they will be denying access.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott justifying his state's takeover to police the border.
Texas has the legal authority to control ingress and egress into any geographic location in the state of Texas, and that authority is being asserted with regard to that park in Eagle Pass, Texas.
The DOJ responding with a legal filing to the Supreme Court, stating without the boat ramp, Border Patrol has no practical options for responding to migrants who may be in distress. A White House spokesperson telling NBC News, Governor Abbott's political stunts are cruel, inhumane, and dangerous, adding U.S. Border Patrol must have access to the border to enforce our laws. This as negotiations in Washington over immigration continue. President Biden saying on Saturday, we have to make major changes at the border. Yet the struggle for power between state and federal authorities remains, with U.S. Congressman Henry Cuellar calling the death of the migrants a tragedy, while the Texas Military Department, which is now controlling the park, issued a statement indicating they had a team searching the river the night of the incident, but no migrants were observed. Guad Venegas, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.